Good morning, everyone. This is an Alpha 40 deck tech video. This is the deck that we played in December's League monthly tournament. It went 1 and 2 out of a possible 4 matches. There was one opponent who didn't play any games, so we did not advance to the playoffs this round. If you recall, it was sort of a blue Vise deck that put Psychic Venoms on the table and black Vices, and then cast Time Twister and encourage the opponent to take damage from having cards in their hand above 4 or damage anytime they tap their land for mana. It had one win against a mono black deck that was a fairly easy matchup, and then it had 2 losses. One loss was against a red-green sort of Llanowar elf deck with Giant Growths and Berserks and Fireballs. And once Llanowar elves got on the table, this deck did not have enough removal or ways to tap the creatures down to prevent them from attacking. So it really needs balance to take care of many, many creature attacks. And then the other loss was against a blue-white Circle of Protection deck that had COP blue, COP red, COP white, and COP green, I think, in there. And then it also had some Sleight of Minds, which could change the color of the COP blue to like red, or change the reds to blue. And so that deck, it's designed to deck the opponent by just kind of stalling the game until the opponent runs out of cards. But this deck has Time Twister, so I was able to cast Time Twister anytime I got very few cards in the library, and I could regrow the Twister and just repeat that. So the games were very long. I think that we played 2 games. He won both games, so I lost 0-2, but the entire match took a little over 2 hours to play those 2 games. So it was very lengthy, and I figured I would maybe make some adjustments to this deck for January or February, and I picked up a few cards that you'll see on the channel, like a Word of Command and some more Dark Rituals and some Swamps to be able to cast the black cards. So this was the blue Vice deck that will tweak just a little bit. I think these cards are going to come out here. I think I'll take out the Disenchant as well, so which means I can take out 3 of the white dual lands. I don't think I need those in the deck. So what I think I will do is put in the following cards in the deck. So I did some thought and figured out what I want to put in the blue-black deck. Definitely wanted Word of Command in there because it has a ability where you can look at your opponent's hand and functions as a Glasses of Urza. So even if you aren't able to cast something from their hand with their land available and mana available, you still get a sneak peek at what they're playing, so you can see if they have any counter spells, because ultimately you'll still want to cast Time Twister and be able to have them draw cards and then get black Vices on the table. So we also picked up a copy of Swamp and a copy of Dark Ritual, 2 copies of Dark Ritual that we'll sleeve up real quick and put into this deck. I triple sleeve my cards for Alpha 40, and so I usually do an inner sleeve inside of a regular sleeve. And so we've got 6 Swamps that we want to put in this deck. Let's put those up there. We've got the Word of Command. We've got also 2 Sinkholes that we are going to experiment with, and a Throne of Bone. We'll take out the Crystal Rod and put in a Throne of Bone. My reasoning behind Throne of Bone is because the Word of Command and the Sinkholes cost 2 black mana. So if you tap a Swamp for black and then cast Dark Ritual, you'll add 3 black mana to your mana pool. And so if you use 2 of them to cast a Sinkhole or a Word of Command, you're you're gonna have 1 black mana extra. And so it'll either do a damage to you via mana burn, or perhaps you could sink it into this Throne of Bone. And so you would cast Dark Ritual, and then use 2 mana to cast Sinkhole plus the 3rd one to gain a life. So Word of Command, gain a life, or Sinkhole their land that's not Psychic Venomed, gain a life. Seems pretty good. Or if they're playing mono black, every time they cast a black creature or spell, you can just tap your available mana. And then we're gonna put in 1 copy of Forest so that we can cast Regrowth effectively. So we'll take out Crystal Rod, put in Throne of Bone, and that's my triple sleeves. There were 2 copies of Icy Manipulator in this deck, so we're gonna take 1 of those out and put in a Sinkhole so that we can just get rid of their land that's not Psychic Venomed, as opposed to tapping the land that is Venomed. We're gonna put in some swamps, so we'll take out an island and put in a swamp. We'll take out another island, put in another swamp. Take out this island, put in another swamp. Take out this island, put in another swamp. Take out a tundra, put in another swamp. Let's take out a power sink, put in Dark Ritual. Take out a twiddle, put in another Sinkhole. Take out unsummon, put in a Word of Command. Take out this disenchant, put in a Dark Ritual. Take out a Savannah, put in a Forest. We'll take out the Scrubland, and we'll put in this last swamp. So we did some play testing last month with the Word of Command. Played 3 games with our friend Mike and learned a lot about the card Word of Command. We needed the Dark Rituals and some swamps to make the deck a little more functional, so we picked those up. We already had the 1 Dark Ritual and the Demonic Tutor in this deck, so we'll keep those in there. We've also got the Time Twister, Power Sink, Mana Short, Copy Artifact, 4 Psychic Venoms, Regrowth, Icy, Chaos Orb, Howling Mine, Soul Ring, the 3 Vices, the blue-black duels, Bayou, Underground Sea, Tropical Island, and then 6 islands. So we'll lay this deck out for you so you can see its keep that swamp there. What it looks like in its entirety here. Let's shape it on camera for you. So we got islands at the top here. We have 6 islands. And then we have 6 swamps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're using the same art on the swamps. It's, I think, the lighter version of the 2. And then we have the same art on the islands. So we're gonna do the bluer, lighter version on the islands as well. So that's 12 of the lands. We're also using we're using a forest and 3 dual lands. So we have 16 lands total. Put those up there like that. All right, so I think we got blue, black, blue, green, black, green, and then we'll put forest over here. And we'll stack these up too. Got some duels. and off-color land in the middle there. All right, so then on the blue side, we are running 4 Psychic Venoms over here, like that. And then on the black side, we're gonna run 3 Dark Rituals and a Demonic Tutor. And then we're also running 2 Sinkholes and this Word of Command. And then on the other blue side, we're gonna run a Copy Artifact, Mana Short, Power Sink, and Time Twister. So we also have a Regrowth that we'll play over here with the black cards on the off color. So we have 16 mana, kind of divided in half. We have 8 blue cards and 8 black and green cards. So that's kind of 50% of the threat is on the left side there. The other 50% is on the right side. And the last 8 cards are artifacts. So it's technically like a third, and a third. 33% of the threat is blue, 33% of the threat is black, and 33% of the threat is artifacts. So they should be able to, in order to effectively take out this deck, you'll have to be have protection against black or protection against blue and protection against artifacts, which doesn't exist in alpha. So the alpha artifacts that we're going to use in this deck are the black Vises. We will also use, let's put those right there. We're going to use a Throne of Bone over on the black side. We're going to use a Soul Ring and a Chaos Orb and a Howling Mine to make them draw cards for the black Vise, and an Icy Manipulator. Let's put the Icy on the Psychic Venom side so we can tap down their Psychic Venoms, and we'll put Chaos Orb on the Destruction side over on the black side. So that is basically our Alpha 40 blue black Vise Venom Vise deck that we're going to try to run with the Word of Command. As I mentioned before, Word of Command is kind of a touchy card, sensitive card, so we're going to cast it openly and try to be transparent about what we're doing with it so that we don't surprise anyone. We'll report back. Maybe we'll play some games and record those and upload those to the channel. So if you want to subscribe, you'll get a notification when those videos go live. If you want to put a comment below, if there's a change you would make to the deck, let us know. We can certainly do that and try to improve it as we go. But it's very casual format. The deck is very fun to play, so I think any of these iconic spells that we cast are sort of fun when you cast them. They're also iconic, so they're easy to recognize, and that's kind of the fun of playing these cards in alpha. So that's the that's the video for the day. I hope everyone had a great time learning a little bit about the tweaks that we've made and watching us pick up the cards this month. We'll give it a go and let you know how it does. Thanks for the support. See you guys very soon. Take care.